Alright, well hello everyone. We're back. Got a new laptop today. A new job. So I got a few jobs to do, a few laptops with problems. So I'm gonna have a bundle of videos over the next short period of time. I'm gonna try putting those up as soon as I work on them. If I'm not working on other stuff, my job or school, when I have time to work on computers. But today we have a Dell touchscreen. The guy who gave it to me says the screen is cracked, and so we went ahead and bought a new screen. And today I'm just gonna show you another screen fix, except this time we're replacing the screen altogether. So let's get started. Alright, so you can't really see much, but it's all just messed up. Everything, just the whole thing is just cracked. So on these ones, what we need to do actually is, on most laptops you have to take off the bezel, this guy, and then you're exposed with the hinges and the brackets that actually hold the screen. And this one, some of them, or most of them actually, have either 2 screws up here or all 4 screws in each corner. This one actually just comes off. I already peeled it off when I was checking what screen I need to buy. So before we start, the first thing I gotta say is that when you do screen jobs, all you have to do is take the bezel off, and the bezel comes off without you having to touch the rest of the main components. When I just started working on computers, I actually didn't know that, and so I would take apart the whole bottom, unscrew the hinges. Sometimes they were underneath the motherboard. I had to take off everything off the computer, take off the hinges, take apart the whole screen, and then take the bezel off. And then I saw a video of people just doing it when it's just set, and I was like, wow, what a waste of time I ever used. And then I figured out on most laptops you can do it. Sometimes they hide the hinges and you can't get into the screws over there, so that kind of sucks. But we'll see how this one is. I'm pretty sure this one is just how it is, so we'll go ahead and just start from the top. So we'll go ahead and start prying it off. Okay, I actually tried to connect this camera to my computer so I can actually see where I'm pointing at, but I guess I'll just have to guess. So I usually start from the top or from the sides next to the corners. You can actually kind of release it easier, and then you just kind of lift it a little bit and just go along and release the clips. You gotta be careful because some clips, they go different ways, so you kind of have to know if you have to pry it up or down. And so just once you get it, then you can carefully do it. And this one is actually kind of glued or taped, so you have to be careful. Okay, and then this part's glued, so I kind of just slide my finger around, release it there. And then the other thing you have to do is that the hinges are actually, I'll show you real quick. Right here, the hinges, you have to make sure you release this part on both sides. Once you release it, then you're able to take the whole bezel off. So some people can forget that, and it actually breaks the parts. So it's kind of closed again. And you just kind of like work your way around. You might have to mess with how much it closes. Okay, there we go. There's some more tape right here. So now we have the whole screen exposed with all of its, the hole behind the bezel, and you can see there's 1, 2, and then some screws over here. So we're gonna take the screen off first and then see what we need to detach from the bottom. So it looks like the screen is not actually attached to the hinges, so we can just pop it out after unscrewing some from that side. Okay, And now we just start putting the screen up, and it comes off all the way. So now we just flip it over as it naturally would if it was closed or if it was attached. And now we just have to detach this guy right here. So for this one, you gotta take the tape off, and then you just have to hold it straight and just pull it. You have to watch, sometimes they have clips, actual clips at that point. So if it has no clips, it should be fine. So this one actually has a little clip right here. You can't really see that good. So you actually have to go in here and lift up this tab right here. You lift it up, and then you're able to release it. See? You can see the little tab. There. Now your screen is free. So this is the old screen, and we're gonna go ahead and get the new screen. I usually keep the cover off until the last moment, just so I won't have to get fingerprints on there. So this, it's not shiny, this is a little cover. So it looks pretty good, it looks the same. So we go ahead and put it right here. And then attach this guy. So you want to make sure that it's aligned. Move your screen a little bit if you have to, just put light pressure. Keep it straight and just pop it in, and it should pop in right pretty easy. And make sure it's all the way in. There's been times where I didn't plug it in all the way, or I did and I didn't secure it, and there were a bunch of screens on the lines. There's a bunch of lines on the screen where it failed. So then you make sure you pop in this piece, hold it, and then just put tape. Sometimes when the tape is really bad, I use my own tape and just put it over, just so from opening and closing it doesn't get loose and free itself away. So it's good, should be good to go. And now we just have to pop the screen back in. Before you do so, make sure that these little there's tape over here that holds the screen protector. You kind of want to just peel it back a little bit, because when you close it and tighten the screws, you won't be able to get them out. So just peel them back a little bit. You can keep the screen protector loosely hanging, just so you won't have to touch it and leave fingerprints. Just like that. And you can lift it up, and as you go, make sure that the cable is inside where it's supposed to be. There's always little grooves where it's supposed to go, and then you pop. There's little guides, little pins. You make sure they pop in, and that's it. And then we're gonna keep the screen protector on. You can kind of wrap it around the cover, so it kind of holds. And then you just have to screw it in. Alright, now before we start, or before we put the bezel on, we have to check to make sure it actually works. And you start. So far so good. The screen starts up. There's nothing going on here that I don't like, no lines, everything looks good. We're gonna have to check to make sure the touchscreen works. Alright, it booted, so let's see if the touchscreen works. Yep. So he didn't give me the password, but let's go ahead and see. It looks like it's working good. Okay, that's it. So now we can safely put the bezel back on without having to worry if anything doesn't work. So you always want to check before you do the final. Sometimes I felt too confident and I attached everything and then find out that I forgot to put something in that I should have checked earlier. So I'll go ahead and shut it down and put on the bezel. So like I said, this one sticks on, so you want to go ahead and kind of align some of this tape to make sure it sticks okay. So this has clips on it, so as long as it sticks good, it's okay. So let's go ahead and take off the protector sheet. It's nice and shiny. Now when you put on the bezel, you can actually see these two clips on each side. You want to put those first. Those go first. You kind of just press them in, not too hard, but they are the guide for the rest. And then you kind of just work your way around. Make sure you support your hand in the back as well. Just, you're not gonna hear too much popping, but as long as everything's good. And then when you go up the sides, you'll hear popping. The corners get in. And so you're gonna have to keep working yourself through until all the clips are in. And then once you're already getting closer to the end, you can put a little more pressure. And then to make sure everything's good, you close it slowly. And then you can go ahead and put the rest in. And then you want to put these clips, just pop it in right there. Just go around. Make sure everything's good. You can still hear some. Alright, so that looks good. So that's how you replace a screen. Not too hard, pretty easy. Gotta make sure that you keep track of everything, that you check to make sure everything's connected. You go in the order that you're supposed to, and it ends up being really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and return this to him. He's been waiting for a while by the time the screen came, so hopefully he's gonna be a happy customer. And I just appreciate you guys watching. I'll go ahead and do a few more videos right now. I don't know when I'm going to post them up. I'm going to edit them a little bit. But if you like these videos, if they help you in any way, feel free to, leave a comment, maybe any suggestions, because there's some things I might do different, or you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And then if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and you'll be able to see more of these kind of videos. Thank you for watching. Until next time.